Bitch, I'm back.
All right, we're back. What's up, you guys? It's really here, back with another video. If you guys don't know, I own a store called Coldwater over in Japantown, 205 Jackson Street. And this Saturday, we're actually celebrating our 4-year anniversary over there.
They ask me how I'm feeling, my nigga, I'm feeling lovely. It must be. Everywhere I go, they wanna fuck me.
What I wanted to make this video about is kind of like the days leading up to that. I got a lot of shit going on right now. Currently, I am embroidering a whole bunch of hats, and I am trimming up some hoodies right here. And I just ordered some shirts that we're gonna print on. Mind you, currently it's Monday, and we have about 5 full days till Saturday. But yeah, gonna record some of the process. Hats I got going on right now are some Coldwater spell out ones, vintage inspired. If you know, you definitely know the reference. And then these hoodies right here, these are all made of upcycled denim. Got them on the zip up. What I did is I embroidered the outline of each letter, and then I have to trim them up. This is how they look before. You can see like this is part of a leg. See the seam right here? Got a couple stacks right here. I'm just gonna record a little bit every day, I guess, and then I'll record day of, and let's see how this goes.
Now let's ride!
So here we are, starting off day 1 with embroidering the Coldwater Sharks snapbacks. As I said before, this is inspired by a vintage snapback. I like to do that when I'm designing, not only just in hats, but in any design, shirts, jackets, hats, airbrush even. Personally, I think that there's just something different about vintage designs. I think they really tested the limits on what you could put on a garment, and really went crazy with it, you know. But here I'm trimming off some of the excess jeans on the zip ups. This is a technique called applique, or a different version of it. Usually applique has a satin lined stitch around the actual embroidery, but this one I did a run stitch, so it kind of gives off the look of it being done on a sewing machine, but instead I got it on my embroidery machine, which makes the process way faster. But as you can see, I'm still touching each garment with my hands. Everything is still made by me, made by Rilla. It might just be my trust issues, but this is exactly how I want to push out products. If I'm able to make it, I will make it. If I can't, I will do as much as I can in the design process to make it how I want it to be made. All right, y'all, tapping out for Monday night. It's about 3 a.m. right now. I got about, I want to say like 14 hats done. I'm doing like 28. Each hat takes about, I want to say 45 minutes to embroider. So I do still have to trim a couple more of these zip ups right there, like 6 more. But once I'm done with all those, I got to tag the hats and the zip ups. And hopefully the shirts come in tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess. We at day 2 right now. Really at the end of day 2, because it's about 1 a.m. I was really just locked in today, but we did get a lot done. See that hat right there? We finished up about all the hats right now. I got 28 of them. I have one last one because I'm going to show you guys how I set up the embroidery and everything on my hat hoop and my machine. And we trimmed up all the hoodies right here. So all of these pieces are ready to be tagged, which I'll do tomorrow. Sew in some woven tags on them. Hopefully we get the shirts in tomorrow. We didn't get them in today. And print them. Print the shirts, and then I got some hoodies to print as well. But let's show you guys how I embroider these Coldwater Sharks hats. Go ahead and grab our stabilizer right here. Cut that bit in half. We're gonna see we have a big embroidery area, so we're gonna have to stabilize this whole front panel, as you can see from these ones. Let's go ahead and hook this up. Grab one piece, line that bitch up like that. Line that up like that. There will be a little bit overlap in them though. Then go up here. sure that's on the notch. Boom. Make sure everything's flat. Pull that shit tight from the back.
It's getting really weird.
Wrap. Hoop around. Boom. How it comes out. Put the blank one in. Turn this to the side. So we use these clips right here. So we pull this tight. There's this bar right here. I'm gonna go ahead and clip it. So when it goes embroiders on this side, it's all taut and it doesn't embroider over itself. Make sure it's flat. Clip it right there. See how flat that is. So I designed this design and I digitized it myself. So I kind of understand where the center is. Typically the center would be the real center, how I design things, but this is a bit of an asymmetrical design, so the center would be a little bit to the right. So we're gonna push this a little bit towards the right and start the embroidery. So I will say, when I first made this design and I embroidered it for our grand opening, it was such a bitch to make. It took so long to embroider. It was like an hour and a half. But as I got better at digitizing and designing, I was able to cut that basically in half. There were tweaks that I made to the design that kind of changed the appearance, like the fill of the letters. I eliminated that for this specific hat. Not only does it speed up the embroidery time, which makes the work more efficient, but it also gives us a chance to showcase the actual canvas fabric that's on the hat with using it as the letter fill. After about 16,000 stitches, we're finally done with the design. Go ahead and unload it from the machine and unhoop it, and let's check it out. There you see that wraparound from ear to ear design, very 90s-esque. But there you go, that concludes day 2. Thought I'd just give you guys a little bit of insight in how I embroider the hats that we sell at Coldwater. So we're at day 3. It's like 1 p.m. I was gonna hit the store to pick up some stuff, but it started raining again. It's been raining this whole week. So I'm gonna go ahead and start tagging all of these, as I said yesterday. Got these. Let me show you guys the tags. This is my sewing machine, by the way. It's a old, I don't know if this is the 90s or 80s. Kenmore, full steel, made in Japan. You can see that, but made in Japan. These are my wovens. These are I made these for hats, but I'm gonna throw these on the hoodies as well. We're gonna go ahead and sew the top seam and then the bottom seam. That's what we're gonna do today. So give you guys updates throughout the day as well. So day 3, Wednesday, we got 2 more days to prep, and then Saturday is the day, you know what I mean? And here we go with sewing on the woven tags onto the sweatbands of all the hats. It is a bit tricky sewing on the hat sweatbands. You have to deal with a whole bunch of seams, but you do get used to it. Especially using a zipper foot is really helpful when you're dealing with the edge close to the bottom seam of the hats. Personally, I think putting woven tags onto your hats just elevates the whole thing. It gives it a manufactured feel, although I am making them all myself. It also gives a date to when the product was made or released. As a vintage head, you know, spotting tags is a big thing in the game. So if I ever change up my tag, you know that these black tags are probably 2024 to 2026, but we're talking like 20-ish years in the future, which really is kind of like a long-term goal of mine, is to see products I made years ago blow up or be popular on the future vintage market, which is kind of crazy to think of. But hopefully these Coldwater pieces really stand the test of time and thrive in about 20 years or so. What's up, you guys? We're checking in for day 4. It's cold as fuck. I worked my shop today, so it's pretty busy during the day, but we're back now. I did get the shirts in. The only problem is we were supposed to get the screens burned today, and they got burned, but the wrong films were burned. So we have to get the correct screen burned tomorrow. And we have to print all the shirts tomorrow night. And we have 2 more days left. But I think we should be able to do it. I think we should. We've done way fucking more last minute shit than this. So tonight I think the goal is to fold and pack all of those hoodies over there. I already packed all the hats and I already brought them to the shop. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to get the shirts and I'm going to tag them so we don't have to tag them later. And probably tag some of the hoodies that I plan on printing tomorrow as well. Some more black hoodies, storefront hoodies. But if we don't get around to printing them, it's okay. We don't need to. But I'm just going to tag them anyways since I'm going to be tagging tonight. Yeah, just wanted to check in. Day 4, Thursday. 2 more days until our 4-year anniversary, and our engagement's pretty good on Instagram right now, so pretty happy about that. But we are finally printing the shirts, y'all. It's day 5, crunch time. What wouldn't be us if we're just a little bit last minute on some things, you know what I mean? So loaded up the shirt. Go ahead and flood the screen with the black plastisol. I wanted to go with the black print on a white, super classic for our 4-year anniversary. I actually designed this tee as well. I took a lot of inspiration from Stussy. A lot of their graphics, very simple, one color drawn style graphic. You already know I had to throw in our motto, "This a family business," for our 4-year anniversary tee. Also wanted to highlight the nook corner that we have in our shop with all the VHS tapes and the CRT TV, as well as the CD collection that is actually my brother's collection. And of course I had to make the mascot a dog. This one I actually really wanted it to represent my dog Chevy. He actually passed a couple days after our anniversary, but he lives forever in this design. I'd love to do more in-depth design breakdowns on this channel, so if you guys are interested, definitely leave a comment down below. Technically today is 4-year anniversary. It's about 3 a.m. We already finished screen printing all the shirts and hoodies like around 1, and right now I'm just prepping some stuff because we're celebrating Lunar New Year the day after. So I am prepping some of our Fukubukuru bags. It's like a mystery bag, but I'm prepping some mystery hats to be in all those bags. But all tees and hoodies done. So in about 12 hours we'll be at our 4-year anniversary. So we'll see you guys over there.